honored all of you are here today. I'm honored to be joined by my counterparts from the Democratic Republic of Congo and from Rwanda, and the hard work you both put in to make this happen. This was not easy, and there's still work to be done, obviously, in terms of implementation, but we're very honored you're both here, and it's been an honor to work with both of you. We have a lot of people to thank. Obviously, the great team here at the Department of State who did a great job, Mr. Bulos, who did a phenomenal job. He's been on the job now about 10 weeks, and he's jumped all over this and really worked it hard, and you did a great jow, and we are grateful to you for all of your work. Obviously, this could not have happened without such close friends and partners in the African Union and in Qatar, who we're working a lot lately with Qatar. We're doing a lot of things with you guys, and you've been very instrumental in the African Union. Without it, just couldn't have happened. I mean, you may put everybody together. I do want to recognize my what I say, former colleagues. It wasn't 6 months ago, I was still a senator, but they're here now, Senators Rounds and Risch. Senator Risch is the chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee and a very close friend of mine, and he's obviously watched this issue very closely, has made it a priority. And Senator Rounds, who's been talking to me about this before I was even nominated to the position and even during the nomination process. And we have others who are not able to make it today that I also want to recognize. Senator Coons and Booker. There's been a lot of interest in this, and we're grateful to all of them. They were invited, but I guess you know, there's stuff going on in the Senate, as you know. And but we're grateful that both of you are here, and it's instrumental. This is you know, an important moment after 30 years of war. President Trump is a president of peace. He really does want peace. He prioritizes it above all else. We saw his intervention in the conflict between India and Pakistan. We saw his intervention most recently is a few days ago in a very dangerous war, right? A very dangerous war that could have really spiraled out of control, and his intervention made that possible. And there are other places that we want to see this, but we're very excited about this, and we can't wait to have the heads of state, the presidents of the respective countries here in Washington in a few weeks to finalize the complete protocol and agreement. But today is an important step in that direction, and we're grateful to be able to host it here at the Department of State. And just thinking, you know, we think sometimes about peace. It's not just about ending wars. It's about, and it's not just about saving lives. It's about allowing people to live. It's about allowing people to now have dreams and hopes for a better life, for prosperity, for economic opportunity, for family reunification, for all the things that make life worth living. Those things become impossible when there's war and when there's conflict. So we're grateful to have played the role we've played. We acknowledge and recognize there's still more work to be done. But we thank you all very much for being a part of this historic and important day. This is really why I wanted this job, or why I embraced this job so much, is moments like this. This is, in essence, the Department of State is really the Department of Peace. It's designed to bring people together, both in our relations with other countries, but to the extent we can use the stature and the influence of the United States to bring others together. It makes the world a better place. And I honestly believe that when there's peace in the world among friends who may have disagreements and conflict, it does help America. It does help make America stronger and safer and more prosperous. It gives us partners we can do business with. And partners that we can work with to address insecurity and threats to our national security and to our collective national security. So we are grateful to both of you. I know how hard this was and how much work went into it, and we know there's more work to be done. And but we are grateful to have you here today. We're honored to be a part of this. We're excited to be a part of it. And again, I do want to thank everyone here in our Africa Bureau and at the Department of State, and once again our superstar there, Mr. Bulos. What do you want to do next after you're done? Sudan. Yeah, very important. Actually, very, very important, and you're very involved in that as well. So, what are you guys doing this week in Qatar? You guys want to work with them? We are grateful to all of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me tell you firsthand what I witnessed myself. I spoke with the people on the street. I spoke with youth. They know your name. They know that our president named President Trump is working hard to finally bring peace to the country. I saw hope. They have hope now for a better day in Congo. They see what you're doing as a future, better future for Congo. And I had opportunity to sit down with President Felix Tshisekedi for an interview because I want to understand his mind, what he's thinking, his feeling about everything that your administration is doing. And he told me firsthand that for many years, many American presidents overlooked this conflict. They didn't do nothing. Even myself, I covered President Biden's administration. I pressed many times about this conflict. People are dying in Congo. This country has so much potential, but they need help because this war is destroying the country. Right. They never gave me any answer. And he told me, President Tshisekedi, that you have no idea, he's very thankful for what you're doing, for what your administration is doing. Not only him, the entire Congolese people, they see that finally they will have hope. And President Tshisekedi also mentioned at the end of my interview that when peace finally comes to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, he's thinking to nominate you as a Nobel Prize Peace, because he said you have been working to bring peace in the world, not only at the Congo, and he's very hopeful to meet you in the future.
That's so nice. Boy,
Congo and Rwanda make peace. Sign a US peace deal. The Rwanda-backed M23 rebel group is the most prominent armed group in the conflict, and its major advance early this year left bodies on the streets. With 7 million people displaced in Congo, the United Nations has called it one of the most protracted, complex, serious crises on Earth. The Democratic Republic of the Congo and Rwanda signed a US-brokered peace agreement on Friday, aimed at ending decades of deadly conflict in eastern Congo and facilitating American access to critical minerals in the region. Today, the violence and destruction comes to an end, and the entire region begins a new chapter of hope and opportunity, harmony, prosperity and peace. US President Donald Trump said at a White House meeting with the foreign ministers of both countries. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio called it an important moment after 30 years of war. Eastern Congo has been plagued by conflict since the 1990s, with more than 100 armed groups operating in the region. Many are believed to be supported by neighboring Rwanda. The violence has claimed millions of lives and displaced countless civilians. The agreement has provisions on territorial integrity, prohibition of hostilities, and the disengagement, disarmament, and conditional integration of non-state armed groups. Although the peace deal is seen as a diplomatic milestone, experts remain cautious. A prominent rebel group has said the agreement does not apply to it, raising concerns about its immediate impact on the ground. Asked in the Oval Office about violations of the agreement, Trump said he didn't think that would happen, but also warned of very severe penalties, financial and otherwise, if it did. Some Congolese see the agreement as an opportunity by the US to acquire critical minerals needed for technology after their government reached out to Trump for support in fighting the rebels. Trump has prioritized securing critical minerals amid growing competition with China for economic and strategic influence across Africa. Like and subscribe for more. Thanks.